If you call this love, you might be wrong. Because love is not anxiety. Love is not confusion. Love is not constantly questioning your worth. Yet many people mistake emotional pain for passion. They confuse attachment with connection and obsession with love. Today, we're going to talk about why that happens. Why the relationships that hurt us the most are often the ones we struggle to leave. This is not about romance. This is about psychology and what your brain is really doing when you say, "I'm in love." Part 1. Confusing intensity with love. One of the biggest lies about love is that it must feel intense to be real. Movies teach us that love should be dramatic, unpredictable, emotionally overwhelming. So when something feels calm, safe, and stable, we assume it's missing something. But intensity is not love. Intensity is stimulation. Your brain reacts strongly to uncertainty. When someone is hot and cold, your nervous system stays alert. That alertness feels like excitement, but it's actually stress. And stress, repeated over time, can feel addictive. That's why peace feels boring to someone who's used to chaos. Part 2. Why the brain holds on your brain doesn't chase happiness. It chases familiarity. If love in your past was inconsistent, conditional, or emotionally distant, your brain learned that as normal. So when someone treats you the same way later in life, it feels strangely comfortable. Not because it's healthy, but because it's familiar. This is why people stay in relationships that drain them. Leaving feels unfamiliar. Staying feels painful, but known. And the brain always prefers the known. Part 3. Emotional addiction. Let's talk about emotional addiction. Every time they pull away, your anxiety rises. Every time they come back, your brain releases dopamine. Not love. Dopamine. That relief feels powerful. So powerful that you start chasing it. You're not attached to the person. You're attached to the emotional cycle. The waiting, the hoping, the relief. That's why letting go feels impossible. You're not losing them. You're losing the emotional highs. Part 4. Why it feels so personal. When someone doesn't choose you consistently, your brain doesn't see it as incompatibility. It sees it as a challenge. You start believing, if I try harder, if I'm better, if I change, then maybe they'll stay. This turns the relationship into a test of worth. And once your self-worth is involved, walking away feels like failure. But here's the truth. Love does not require you to prove yourself. If you have to earn basic respect, this is not love. Part 5. What real love actually feels. Like real love feels boring at first to someone used to emotional chaos. It feels calm, predictable, safe. There's no guessing, no waiting, no anxiety, and because there's no emotional roller coaster, your brain doesn't release constant dopamine. But over time, that calm creates something deeper. Security. And security allows real connection to grow. Not obsession, not fear, but trust. Part 6. Letting go of the illusion. Letting go isn't about being strong. It's about being honest. Honest about what hurts. Honest about what you're chasing. Honest about what you're calling love. Sometimes, what we miss is not the person, but the version of ourselves who hoped it would work. Healing begins when you stop romanticizing pain.